Splat is a movie I saw once when it first came out on DVD. I watched it, I loved it, and then I kind of forgot about it. It wasn't here until recently that I was reminded of it again and decided to rewatch it. It comes from director Robert Zemeckis, who has directed many successful films, including the Back to the Future trilogy, Forrest Gump, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and many other films. This was his return to live-action film after a string of animated films. In my opinion, this is a brilliant film, and it's a little underrated. I'm actually surprised it only received a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. There's not a scene of this movie that I don't enjoy, and I think all the characters are great. The highlights are John Goodman. His character gets more likable and more hilarious with each scene. And of course, there's Denzel Washington, who is on his A game in this movie. Now, it would have been really easy to overact his role, but he keeps it nuanced, relatable, and real. This movie is about overcoming addiction, so it makes it very relatable, even to people who have seemingly innocent addictions. Like in college, I had a problem with procrastination. And just that feeling of wanting to improve and then giving in to the addiction, for me, procrastination, and feeling like, why did I do that? Won't I ever learn? It's even more elevated in this movie with Denzel Washington character's addiction. It's more heartbreaking, but it leads to some scenes, particularly the last few scenes of the movie, that are rewarding and moving. And yes, this movie includes the most intense plane scene I have ever seen in cinema. Even watching it on my little Max screen kept me glued. Overall, it's brilliant. Great story, great pacing, great characters. I just loved it. I think it's excellent. I give it an excellent review. A 5 out of 5. Don't be a label. Be an original.